maintain a green world and green environment. And they say, we have found tremendous tools available from the university, and we will often create positions and utilize this talent. It would be a shame to see this amount of talent disappear.
The mic. We need to can't hear you. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to things working. It's too comfortable. Basically, for us as grad students, we should be having foreign languages as a part of our education. That's what we're required to do to graduate. We have skills, because when you're a historian, you have to read documents, right? And these are not prioritized here because it's considered non-profitable. Here's really what the real problem is. We're going to probably hear from the president crying, saying that we're being unfair because we don't have the money. Let's reflect upon what she just talked about when he read, talking about us having this culture of entitlement. Now, can we not understand, if we saw that we had a president of our university who said to the state, to the legislators, that it's unacceptable that they could bail out banks and say they're too big to fail. It's unacceptable that we can fund wars that are controversial as a priority, but education is not a priority in America. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. And instead of our president having our backs, instead of our president saying, hey, I'm going to stand for you guys, he basically tells us to suck it up. We do not like this president. Are we right? No! A guy who makes over $300,000 a year and tells us to suck it up while we pay more for less is not somebody we like. And he's got a degree in architecture. He's world famous in architecture. I looked it up. He's got a very interesting education in life. Perhaps he's too used to superficial things. He needs to look a little deeper. Don't take away from our education. If we want leadership, it's going to have our back, and we'll back him up too, because we are strong and we're not going to fail you.
My name is Donnie Andrews, and I'm an assistant professor in teacher education department. And I have to thank everyone in standing here for supporting people like me who would be chopped. I came to this university from Columbus, Ohio, and I got to tell you, things aren't run this way in other places. And I want to stay here. I was brought here to help people, to be thinkers. I can't use the F-bombs like my boy over there, but I'd like to. And I just want to say I'm going to a meeting right now with some of my fellow colleagues who are also in the same position that I am. And we're here for you, and we really, really, really appreciate you being here for us.
Hi guys, my name is Zach Stillman. I just want to let you know of some of the things that are going on in the music department. They want to cut a lot of the part-time faculty, I'm sure you've heard. Most of our faculty in the music department is part-time faculty. There are probably 10 positions that are full-time and 20, 25 that are part-time faculty. That would mean that a whole majors in the music department would be cut. I don't know, a lot of you are facing the same kind of thing where majors are going to be cut. I talked to a faculty member who's on the Senate this morning who was saying that the administration is saying they're going to cut these majors and they're not going to bring them back. So, and there are certain protocols that they have to follow when they cut majors, and they're saying that this is a time of financial crisis, so they can do whatever they want. The protocol involves that any student who is involved in the major right now gets to finish their major out before they cut it. They're not going to adhere to that. They're just going to cut it. All of your majors that are getting cut, you will have to find another school to finish your degree. Transfer your units, and you know how hard that is. So you're going to have to start from maybe scratch at another school because they're cutting majors because this is a time of financial crisis. In the Senate meeting, the faculty were saying, you can't do that. And the administrators are saying, we have the power, yes we can. Are we? I can't. I have nothing to say.
Breach of contract.
I think that we guys think that the government actually wants you to be educated. Get the idea out of your head, first of all. They don't want you to be educated. They want to keep the people ignorant so they can use them. They can have you have these shitty jobs that start at like what, like $8.50 a fucking hour? Like what do you do with that? You do from the fucking bank, who get the money from who? From you, right? So you take that into this bank, you take credits from them, and then you indebt it to them and you just become their fucking slave. The government doesn't want you to be educated because people who are educated know that they have rights and they know that they cannot take this bullshit that's going on. You see all these wireless things going on, there ain't no job. What do? You join the fucking army, you go, you die. Die for what? You don't even know what the fuck you're fighting this war for. The people that are like walking around, that everybody really should be here because if they could winter term, guess what? You're not going to be graduating in 4 years. You're going to be staying here and putting more money into the system that really doesn't give a fuck about you and that just wants to exploit you. That's all I got to say.
Okay, so this works. I'd like everybody to take their cell phone out right now. I have a really important telephone number for you.
Do you have a fax number?
209-667-3201. I'd like you to dial that number. I'd ask our president why he's canceling our classes. Why he needs a $60,000 Lexus rather than 15 classes. Keep trying. I've been trying that number since last May and it ain't come to me either. Maybe you'll have better luck. Please keep trying. He needs to hear the message. He doesn't listen to the faculty. Maybe he'll listen to the students.
Yeah. Is there someone, I don't think we've heard anybody like from science or math. Are there any science professors or students or math? I just want to get as wide variety point of view as possible, so.
Hi, my name is Liz. I'm from the math department, and the saddest thing happened this morning. We should have been talking about finals next week. You know what we were talking about? How we can't get into classes that we need to take for our major. Our own major. Everyone so far in my group that I talked to, they haven't even been able to register, and if they have, they're on the wait list. Wait list sucks because half the time you don't get into